welcome to Major Views. My name is Davina Thomas, and we are going to be helping you figure out what you want to do with your life. So today, the first major that we are going to dive into is my major, which is fashion design. And today I'm here with the amazing Mr. Jon Phenom. Hello.
Hi. Thanks for watching this, and thank you for that introduction.
Yes, he's amazing. I met him a few months ago. So
speaking at Palmer.
At Palmer
College.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
So I have a few questions for you.
Absolutely.
And if you're ready, because I know you have to do a workshop pretty soon.
Yeah, but I'm always ready. I'm ready to go.
Okay. So first of all, tell us what your title is.
Ooh, okay. Lately, I'll tell people I'm a YouTuber, just because that's a new title. But if I just meet someone in an elevator or I'm in a subway, I'll say that I design clothing. So my current title, as this is probably going to post date, is senior men's apparel designer at a brand called Boulevard. But I do consulting and design work for a lot of different brands.
Nice. Awesome. So how did you begin your career?
Okay, so I met a dude by the name of Alyasha Orca Moore, and Alyasha was the he had prior. Oh, this is dating me. So this is like in the late '90s, but he was the creative director of Mecca back in the day, and he moved to California and was working. Okay, DC Shoes had a clothing line called Drawers. Rob Dyrdek talks about it a lot, but he was the creative director of that brand at the time, and so I met him. I had just graduated from high school, and I was like, wow, this is the coolest job in the world. And back then I was like rapping, like I rapped, and I was just like, wow, I don't have to grow up. It was linked with music and fashion and all these different things. So I met Alyasha, and he introduced me to streetwear clothing, and it never dawned on me that that's an actual job that people do. So I was hooked once he. So my mixtape did not. The funny thing is, okay, so back in like the '90s and like 2000, I think I was still rapping I think I was done rapping in 2000. But
Dang.
This is way off topic. But no one was checking for me, and no one dropped mixtapes the way like Drake did when everyone started dropping mixtapes. It wasn't like that. But we literally had a cassette tape out, and we had a CD out. So it was wild because like one time I went to my twin brother's college, and someone asked me if I rap. He actually bought a cassette tape back in the day. So I don't know if that's gonna make it on anywhere.
Had the party bump into Jon.
No, I still have music up on a Bandcamp website, but like anyways.
It's for your background music for your YouTube.
Yeah,
you have to use
I used it on a YouTube. I did my first YouTube. So I made handmade denim, and first people knew me as Jon Phenom, the handmade denim maker. So I would do custom denim. It was all bespoke denim from the raw denim bowl, and that's how I got my name initially. But like anyone now knows me from my YouTube channel because it's much more viral. But if you search for my first video that I did, and I probably look like there's like 80 pounds ago, but like the soundtrack to it, people commented on it, and that was me rapping on the track with me sewing denim in my first apartment in LA. But anyways,
we're gonna look it up. We don't.
Don't search that. Don't do that to me.
What skills did you wish you had before you started your career?
Maybe if I tightened up on my graphic design would have been better, because it's everything you do for mass production is all graphic design now. Yeah, so you can never be too tight on knowing everything down to keyboard commands when you're working on Adobe Suite, basically.
What is a typical day like? What are your main responsibilities?
So I'm thinking of so I have my YouTube channel, and that's dispersed throughout the week.
Right.
And then at my I guess you say 9 to 5, I'm responsible for trending, forecasting, designing, and then tech packing all of our seasons. So as this is posting, I just finished Holiday for 2016. So I monitor the next season, the current season, and then the sell-through of the last season when I'm working for a multi-million-dollar brand. And then on top of that, during the week, I post YouTube videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like religiously. So that comments, feedback, and then a big part of my week now is consulting via my YouTube channel. So I sell consulting. So at least right now we're up to like 2 to 3 days a week. There's like an hour or two where I'm doing consulting with brands.
Okay. What is your biggest regret in this business?
Oh gosh. That's funny. Everyone asks me fashion-centric things. There's not a lot that I regret. I made a lot of mistakes, but if you don't make the mistakes and look at it the right way, then you can't progress forward. So it brings you to where you're at now.
Okay.
That's what I should say.
And if you need to go stop interviewing.
No. We can
Okay.
do this.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
What is the starting salary for when getting into the business? What should you expect your starting salary to be?
That's funny. So I ended up getting a job designing clothing when everyone was in their junior year of college. So it's funny because maybe not funny, but I speak in a lot of universities. You met me speaking at college.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I never finished college. So my junior year of college, I was working full time as a designer. But to answer your question, I was making $35,000, which was not a lot. This was back in 2000. So that's what I made starting. But I would say more of a normal salary. I think my next job after that, I was making like 45 grand. So that's probably a good round number for an apparel designer, depending. And there's a lot of things in depending.
All right. What's the best thing about your job? What's your favorite part?
Oh God. There's a lot of good things. First of all, for anyone that's watching, like, if you get a job that's within a range of something you want to do, the quality of your day is going to be 10 times better.
Right.
So I know by 16 years now of experience that I'm good at putting a line together, and it's allowed me to find other things in the business that I want to learn and master, sort of. And it's always a process of learning more. So that autonomy of knowing that there's more to learn is really good for me. But some of the best things is travel. I mean, I've been to China, Philippines, both northern and southern China, Hong Kong, and SF, New York, all for Miami, all for fashion. So that's one good thing is travel. But the amazing people I meet throughout the way, throughout the journey is cool too.
And would you say that you would want to learn the language when you went over to somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. That's more of like a hobby thing, right? So I went to Brazil for the first time in this past December, and we booked tickets in June, July. So like I obsess with work, like it's kind of crazy. So I've kind of given myself a hobby of learning languages. So I would try to book a place and then learn, like I was trying to learn Portuguese, which I did okay. I did okay. And then Spanish, I have Mexican family, so I try to learn Spanish, and that actually helped in my Portuguese. But yeah, languages is dope. I mean, it's like a mutant power to speak another language.
Yeah, definitely. Final question, what is some advice that you have for someone like me starting out in the business?
Okay. I've said in a lot of YouTube videos, like, to find mentorship, and sometimes that's really tough to do. But if you can find mentorship, and it's kind of tough in fashion, because real talk, like, people are crazy. Like I'm a little crazy, but like a little bit. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, it's an unconventional life, but in any industry, if you find someone that's the best that you can find, there's a reason why someone is number one and why someone is like 56th. So the person who is number one, if you learn even a portion of what they do in their day to day, it's going to give you light years of experience past the person who's like 6th best at it, much less like 56th best at it, because they have learned habits that have made them like not in, like, just say the 5-10%. So I always try to learn from the 5-10%. And actually, personally, I didn't have mentorship of someone per se that was like holding my hand and showing me what to do. So I found people that were doing it, and I would basically bug them. And I had there's interview questions, like, what's a good week, what's a bad week, what's the toughest thing? If you were starting at your age, what would you tell your younger self? Things like these questions. And so mentorship is a big thing. Another thing is flexibility. Studies are showing that you're gonna change you're gonna pivot your direction in your career. So you should be open to change and pivoting, and you should keep in mind the things that you learn should be things that can be more universal and being able to apply to another position that might be similar. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much
Yes.
for this interview. This was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Jon Phenom, everybody.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe to his channel.
Major, was it major?
Fashion design. Is it fashion design major?
No, the name of the channel.
Major Views.
Major Views.
Messed up my own lips.
Let's get this viral. Click on it. You need to share it and subscribe.
So yes, like, share, subscribe with all your friends. Make sure you tune in next. I don't know what I'm saying.
There you go. Bye, internet.
Thank you guys. Toodaloo and kisses too, and I will see you in the next video.